to admit, it's not often I get encouragement from coming to New York City. I've been here all week, sitting out the problems in Florida, and boy, they are many. No power still, radio station without regular power, internet isn't working. I'll be away for a while. I've got a friend of mine and his wife living in my house to make sure it stays okay. They don't seem to mind not having power. I'm still waiting for the generator people to call me back and still waiting for power to come. It's going to take a long time, and boy, people have begun the massive cleanup effort. Trees down, power lines, hospitals are without power. It's bad in Florida. It's real bad. And so I'm hoping that you'll consider supporting our Food for the Poor hurricane relief effort. Go to MikeOnline.com and click the hurricane relief effort, the banner, the bright red banner there. Give whatever you can. We're rushing emergency supplies to the people of Florida, the Carolinas, beautiful Christian ministry, Food for the Poor, personal hygiene kits, bottled water, and so much more. Please give what you can. Go to MikeOnline.com and click on the hurricane relief banner. So I'm in New York, like I said. Look, not always a walk in the park to be here. I had a rather harrowing ride on the subway today. It's pretty easy to take the subway to the lower Manhattan studios we're in. There was a guy sitting there, I'd say he's about 40 years old, had a bag with him, and just flew into a unhinged rage, started screaming at the top of his lungs, F you, F you, F you, I'm going to kill you, just screaming. And then starts kicking the wall of the subway, just kicking it as hard as he could. I was sure he was going to break through this big metal wall. And of course, New Yorkers being New Yorkers, people just kind of scatter, like, please don't kill me. Please don't stab me. They just kind of scatter away. It's like rats fleeing a sinking ship. Just everybody scampered. And the guy is screaming and yelling at the top of his lungs. Just like a 7:30 ride on the subway. The A train. Just nuts. That's a regular occurrence. It's everywhere in New York. It's just bad. There's no way around it. New York is not what New York used to be. But there are still some things that you love about. I love about it. Still love the theater. I love the restaurants. I got to get over to Tony's de Napoli and get some ziti or something. I did sneak away and see a show. You know me, theater geek that I am. I had to see Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard. Wild. Oh, my word, is that a wild production. Loved it. Very different. Not the traditional big sets, but that score by Andrew Lloyd Webber is one of my favorite shows, my favorite scores of all time. And so I loved it. But anyway, the New York Post. I come into the studio. Kristen and Eric have the stack of papers on my desk. New York Post cover, who's laughing now? They got a picture of a cackling Kamala from September, and then they got a picture of a very somber Kamala now. And as the headline says, the Democrats panic as Kamala falters and Trump pulls ahead. New battleground tours. Trump is ahead in all the swing states except Nevada. New Emerson poll shows him over Kamala in 4 crucial swing states. He's tied in 2, down in only 1, Nevada. The article says Vice President Kamala Harris is hoping famous fellow Democrats and appearances on friendly media outlets will be enough to pull her presidential campaign over the finish line, as a series of polls suggests Republican Donald Trump has the advantage in their race to the White House. On Thursday, first day that Obama held his first rally for Harris in Pittsburgh, the campaign announced another former commander-in-chief, Bill Clinton, will make the case for Harris in Georgia, North Carolina. They're pulling out all the stops. And Obama, who is a famously gifted politician, is so frazzled and desperate, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. He was caught talking to a small group of people. And listen to the way he insults black men, complaining about the lack of energy and support for Kamala Harris, specifically from as he puts it, the brothers.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
The brothers are needing to be shamed. Hey, you brothers of Kamala and Barack and all the brothers and sisters, shame on you. Not enough energy. The great Scott Jennings on CNN last night pointed out that's a peculiar strategy for Barack Obama to insult black men.
Their problem is finding reasons to give people to support Kamala Harris. The stop he made in this plea he's making to African-American men. I mean, he said today he insulted them. I mean, he, first of all, admits that they're not enthusiastic about her. He said, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president, and you're coming up with other alternatives and reasons for that. And I think one thing we've seen about Democrats over the years is that when they can't convince you to do something, they begin to insult you. Obama specifically, when he was having trouble with rural voters in Pennsylvania, go back all the way into his campaigns, he insulted them about their culture and values. I don't think it's helpful to insult a group of people who are already not enthusiastic about your campaign, but I think that's what he did today.
Of course it's what he did today. That's what they got. Kamala Harris on the cover of Vanity Fair this month. Or no, is it Vogue? I don't know, one of the stupid magazines. And incidentally, how many times was the most beautiful first lady ever on the cover of any magazine for the 4 years Trump was president? Good luck finding Melania on any cover. But Kamala's on there. She's the candidate of our time, they said. And why? Well, she's black. She's a woman. You got nothing else going for her. I mean, you go all over the place. You're seeing examples. Brooklyn, New York. Here I am in New York, the belly of the beast, where a few blocks from where I'm seated right now, Trump will hold a massive rally at Madison Square Garden just a few days before the election, scheduled for Sunday, October 27th. Oh, yeah, a lot of people are losing their minds over this here in New York. But Jesse Waters sent his guy, Johnny, last night on Fox News into Brownsville, Brooklyn. Brownsville is a community in Brooklyn, New York. Listen to what they found out at Fox News from voters and residents of Brownsville, Brooklyn.
What do you think of her?
Garbage.
Fake, phony, fraud.
She's part of the problem of the country.
God bless her, because I don't know what she's trying to play, but she ain't from the streets.
If we was to have a terrorist attack, I don't think she would know what to do. No, Trump, we already know what Trump would do.
What would he do?
Trump would get rid of him.
What did you like about Donald Trump when he was in the White House?
He real. He keep it real.
That stimulus check.
He put him with this wall thing.
He cares about America first.
He gonna tell me my think in my face instead of behind my back.
He's a man's man. United States man's man. He don't discriminate.
He stick to his promises, and I will definitely help him make that wall.
Now, those are a lot of young black residents of Brooklyn, New York. I mean, this is insane. Brooklyn, New York, they're talking about the Republican candidate for president in October of 2024. There is a sea change in America. There is something is different. Something is way different. And I'm just sitting here balancing what we know. We shouldn't be cocky. We shouldn't be over exuberant, but we cannot be demoralized. I had a caller on hold that a moment ago, and he hung up. I'm kind of glad he hung up, to tell you the truth. Oh, well, they're going to cheat. They're never going to let him win. They don't have that power. Stop giving them that power. No matter what shenanigans they try, no matter how many efforts they put forth, if we make it too big to rig, if it is the landslide that it could be, they won't be able to cheat. Here's Ben Domenech Cut 3 on Fox Business Network, pointing out that this little media blitz that Kamala is doing, complete with teleprompters. She did a town hall on Univision, and they caught her accidentally, guarantee you. They had a camera from behind her. She's reading her stupid talking points on a prompter. I believe in an opportunity economy. It's on the teleprompter. She's not smart enough to talk off the cuff because she will trip up. She's that bad. Here's Ben Dominich's take on her media blitz.
I think that when you approach a campaign like this entirely based on the assumption that the media can market you as some type of generational political talent, something that she's never actually shown herself to be, you're counting on a lot of people to make the case for you based on vibes, not on anything that you're actually going to do as president. That's why you see their change in strategy over the past week, where they've embarked on this media blitz to a bunch of friendly interviewers, trying to reshape and reestablish her as someone who is the face of the future, as someone who has momentum. I don't think she's been successful doing that. And I think that the blue wall that they once had is increasingly trending toward Donald Trump. And I don't think that they really have a plan to get their feet back under them in time to win in November.
Oh, they got a plan. Send Barack out there and insult the brothers. That's a plan. Boy, that's a plan. The Battleground Talkers Tour is going to be so fun this year. Columbus, Philadelphia, Phoenix. Go to battlegroundtour.com. Reserve your seats before they are gone. We're going to be all over the place. Tuesday, October 22nd, Columbus, Ohio, Gallagher, Hewitt, Larry Elder, Bruce Hooley. Then off to Philly, Gallagher, Stegall, Larry Elder. We wrap up in Phoenix, big, massive gathering. Gallagher, Charlie Kirk, Seb Gorka, Larry Elder, Seth Leibson. Hey, for tickets, go to battlegroundtour.com. Nothing like being at one of these events with a whole bunch of like-minded people. Democracy is absolutely under attack from the Democrats. We got it. This election is too important to sit out. Go to battlegroundtour.com. Reserve your seats today.